Hello, everybody. It's been a long day. It's still Tuesday, July 12th. Going on 9 o'clock in the evening. It's not beginning to get dark yet. Still very broad daylight. Still windy. It always is windy, it seems like. Mm. Before I forget, I want to tell you about the kitten with the abdominal mass, whatever it is. Jenny and I took her to the vet today. We were going to leave her for surgery, but the vet suggested that it was better to wait and let her get bigger before attempting this operation. And so, actually, that sounded like a good idea to me too. But it was too hot to leave her in the vehicle, so she had to go into the feed store. It's a garden type. Oh, there's all kinds of farm and feed stores. Really a misnomer. There's a lot more in there than feed. But Jenny had to get some stuff in there. So I took the kitten in the store, and she was hissy and pissy and wanted down and meowy and feisty little thing. Anyway, I guess it'll be like November before she's big enough to go back and have this procedure. The vet seems certain that it was just a major herniation, no doubt born that way. And when she's big enough to survive a surgery, they'll just try to tuck all that back inside and suture it and put a stent or whatever to hold it all together, and she'll probably be fine. So Kitty came home. I think that was my big event for the day. I sort of fall to pieces in late afternoon. The fatigue of the day, and then the anxiety, and that's when things begin to bother me, and I become very sad and very lonely, and it's a little bit harder then to get through the rest of the day. I'm not good at all with what's going on. Absolutely, I'm not good with it. DQ's absence is such a unbelievable hardship. If it's hard for me, it must be worse on the other end. At least I know where I am. None of this is a picnic. I think about all the people that I know and love so dearly. And, I'm watching this train wreck come down the track, and there is no stopping it. There is no stopping it. I cannot imagine anything that's going to mitigate any of this. I listened to a guest on Doug Hagman's show tonight, and he was very blunt, this guy was, and he said, there's regime change taking place in the United States. And it was this man's expectation that the process will take place in the United States as it has in upteen other countries. This speaker also said that this is not something that's going to happen. This is something in progress as we speak. And I agree with that. I believe that. So when I spoke last, I talked a little bit, I think I said or intended to say, or at least I wrote about, the 37 terrorist events that are planned for Friday in the United States. On my blog, there is a list of the cities, and that probably is only a partial list. That's the list where it is known that there will be a Black Lives Matter parade, rally, whatever one wants to call that bullshit. I also tried to find a list of the United States, United Nations safe cities or host cities, or I don't even remember now what they were calling them, but these communities where Obama has been importing and moving in the Islamic refugees. I couldn't find that list. I know we have seen it. I know I have posted it, but I couldn't find the list. And there was some other things that I have looked for, and they don't come up in a search. Stuff is being scrubbed. I also will report that up until 2 days ago, my spam mail overflowed every day. There would be 200 and 300 items in my spam mail, all kinds of things, the regular, the Viagra, all kinds of stuff. Suddenly, there is no spam mail. Now, what happened to my spam mail? Something got different. I'm, who's going to complain about not getting spam mail? But I'm complaining because it is something different, and I didn't do anything different. In any case, I could not find the list of the cities which are hosting the Islamic refugees that Obama has been bringing into these communities. They are all across the United States. The nearest one that I know of from my location is Sioux Falls, South Dakota. I know there's an enclave there, and another city, I think Rapid City, South Dakota as well. Several in North Dakota. I'm just saying, they're everywhere. And I would expect that there will be events in all those locations too. The biggest deal that is, I put up a piece just now on the blog which gives more information about this. I am not the only one who picked up on it and thought we need to look into this. And this is the event that is planned for the big Washington Mall in Washington, D.C. for Saturday, July 16th. So as we can tell now, the itinerary is these 37 plus however many other terrorist events that will take place in all these cities across the United States on Friday at a coordinated time. All these events are going to start at once. It will be coordinated. Followed by, on Saturday, what is evidently planned to be something like a 1,000,000-man march on Washington, D.C. The star performance at this event is going to be the Pope. And I have the oddest feeling that somehow this is a rerun. It seems like something we have seen before. I keep seeing these pictures in my mind of this event, some event involving the Pope. It seemed like it had already happened at the Washington Mall. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm just saying. So who knows what conditions will be like on Sunday in the United States. And then, of course, on Monday in Cleveland begins the Republican National Convention. And the logistics connected to that are so far beyond anything anyone can even imagine. I remember, I refer things back. I remember very clearly the events of 1968. And that was the Democrats. One of the events in 1968 was a Democratic convention with, what's his name, Daley, Mayor Daley in Chicago. And at that time, that was the most horrendous thing that the American people have ever viewed. It truly was. It was so shocking. Well, baby, y'all just ain't seen nothing yet. And I think, oh God, I felt so stupid about this. I kept this morning in the video I did while I was still in my nightgown and, waiting for the first cup of coffee, and I kept calling it a geoengineered event. But you know what? I don't mind looking stupid at all. I really don't. The truth is not a democracy. It's not a popularity contest, and it sure the hell ain't a beauty contest. And I don't mind looking stupid if that's how it looks. That's, okay, I don't care. It is very difficult to contemplate these events. And I need to talk about the important stuff, though. Yes, all this looks cataclysmic, and it probably is going to be cataclysmic. For the next couple of weeks, we probably, we're going to have to look at and deal with and do the reportage on utter mayhem. It's going to be really horrendously ugly. That's for damn sure. I cannot think how much longer this is going to go. Probably a couple of weeks, though, before push really comes to shove. Sometime, though, before the autumn leaves fall, push is going to come to shove. So that really is not very much time. And even as massively ugly and upsetting as all this is, it's the tip of the iceberg, and it's not really that important. I got to go back. I just have to, bring the focus back to the bigger picture. What we're seeing in the United States is certainly significant, but it's not the whole picture. It's not the big picture at all. There seems to be, let me just also say, this popped into my head. There's an upsurge right now trending back to the talk about the fake alien invasion. That rhetoric has all heated up. Back to all of that. More, yeah, and that, that's, all right, what is going on? What is going on here? It is my conviction, from everything I know, everything I can see, that we're somewhere midway through the time of the end. There are parts of that I may speak of later, where I am completely off the page of everybody else. Totally off the page. I don't think that there is going to be cataclysmic earth changes, period. I don't think that there's going to be tsunamis on the east and west coast of the continent of North America. I don't believe any kind of fireball is going to fall out of the sky, and I don't believe the earthquake that's supposed to topple everything and that the entire species and all the life on the planet is going to get wiped out. I don't buy any of that. I absolutely don't. And I think I could listen to 1,000 different preachers all preaching that, and they couldn't convince me. I probably have listened to 1,000 different preachers, and they haven't convinced me. I don't think that's what is coming. Leaving that question open for the moment. What is happening and what is known to be happening is that there is a massive movement of Islam across the face of the earth right now. That's one thing that we know is happening. That will impact all Western civilizations, if not the entire world. I cannot imagine a single Eskimo escaping being affected if that is allowed to continue. No. It appears to me that there are two species inhabiting the planet. The Bible bangers are able use the term sodomites. And I actually, I guess, am okay with using that term. I don't think it quite describes it. I think demonics is a word that I'm going to start using. It seems that there are human beings on the planet, people like you and me and, you know, the next door neighbor and most of us, a lot of us. And then there is another race of people. Those are the demonics. And I have, I haven't, I have written about it on my blog. So now I'm going to talk about it. What we know is that these demonics seem to be divided, not divided, but can be placed in 3 categories. And we know at the top of the pyramid, there is the Luciferians and the Satanists. Those are the ones who are doing New World Order. That's them. We know that they are in high places in all the organized social structures, whether it's industry, commerce, government, schools, churches, whatever social organization there may be. Banking and finance for sure. The Satanists and the Luciferians occupy all of that. That's who they are. That's where they are. You and I, in our lifetimes, may not ever actually see one of them face to face. Until here lately, I never thought I would see a lot of things face to face that are, you know, now practically standing on the doorstep. The element that unites, or not unites, the element, the commonality between these categories of demonics, it has to do with the act of sodomy. And that is why the church groups are referring to all of them as sodomites. And of course, that has to be the defining label, as well as of the homosexual population, which is not normal. It is not normal. No matter what kind of brainwashing we've been fed, that population is not normal. It's in defiance of the laws of God. And then the other category is the demonic narcissist. There's that word that I can't say. I used to didn't use that word. What was the other word oh God, see, I'm brain dead. Not really. Really hate it when there's a word on the tip of my tongue and I can't get it. Anyway, the Islamic thing is something that we're all going to have to deal with. A few months ago, even 6 months ago, I could not have conceived uh, of what has been revealed by this point in time. There is revelation taking place quickly and rapidly. There is no doubt but that Obama in the White House is a Muslim and that he has facilitated all of this. And that part of the end game for the New World Order is to decimate the United States of America and put the few survivors of this mess under Sharia law. This is unthinkable. Who could think this? No one can think this. But that's what's coming down the road. And this is not a simple cultural matter of two cultures colliding. Comparatively, that would be a piece of cake. No. This is the contest between God and the devil, Satan. This contest is in progress right now. And there is none of us standing here who can sit on the fence and be an observer and not take part one way or another. You have to take part. You're going to take part. You have to decide who you're going to serve. You better know who you are serving today. You need to figure that out. If you don't know, you need to figure that out. Who are you serving today? I know who I'm serving today. Now, we're coming to something. And it is bigger than anything we've ever conceived. I wish I didn't have to feel so alone in it. But it's how it is. All right. This is hard to do. Partly because it's uncharted waters. Okay, darling. I've probably talked enough. I wish I could tell you how much I love you. Some things, I guess, there are no words. No words. Okay. I'll see you in the morning. Don't worry. I'll keep working on this until, it gets a little bit better. Later, Gator.